So the deployment zones for these teams are going to be on the right and left side of the screen that you guys can see. And yes, this is a non-arena map, so there's definitely not nearly as much line of sight blocking terrain, so both players are going to have to decide how that shooting phase is going to go. It's a much bigger deal, especially turn one for both players, because it's not uncommon with this particular amount of terrain on a non-arena board to have lots of shooting targets on turn one. And this is one of the new Kill Team Frontline Gaming Kill Team mats that you can get from the Frontline Gaming store at frontlinegaming.org that you can see on the screen right now. So yes, here we have at table one, we have Kevin Rubitsky playing Adeptus Astartes versus Michael Hawley's Asuryani. Table two, we have Devin's Astra Militarum versus Eric's Tau. At table three, we have Sheldon's Necrons versus Pat's Harlequins. And at table four, we have Brendan's Genestealer Cults versus Robin's Heretic Astartes. I'm just looking around at the tables right now. Sound check? Yes. All right, let's see if we can't get close-up shot working. Pardon the blank screen for a second, just see if I can get this camera working. Apparently not. Well, we're gonna have to live without close-up shots, unfortunately. Actually, I'm gonna double check with that. One second. I see the camera just ran out of batteries. And it looks like it's good to go now. Oh well. We will have to live without it. Just so you all can see the up-close shot, I've been trying to get this in focus. There we go. So you've mustered your teams?
Yeah.
Can I have your command rosters? Makes it easier to...
This is quite different than my first command roster.
All right, so we got the teams ready to go. So... for the Asuryani, we've got a Dire Avenger Exarch, Howling Banshee Exarch, Executioner, Dire Avenger Comm Specialist, 2 Storm Guardian Gunners with fusion guns, a Guardian Defender Leader with Shrieking Catapult, and 4 Storm Guardians with Chainswords and Shrieking Pistols. For the Adeptus Astartes, we have a Eliminator Sniper Specialist, an Infiltrator Stealth Specialist, an Infiltrator Sergeant Leader, an Eliminator with Bolt Sniper Rifle, and a Suppressor with Accelerator Autocannon. This is going to be sweet. Looks like that Eliminators, one of the Eliminators was placed behind that terrain. So on the left side of your screen will be the Space Marines, and on the right side will be the Eldar. So we've got 2 Eliminators down with their Bolt Sniper Rifles. So this one team is almost all new models from the Elise expansion, and Michael's Eldar has a Howling Banshee Exarch, and a heavy weapon platform with Starkin, which will come in handy on this particular map. So the players decided they're not going to allow either of them to put models on top of the tall tower that you can barely see the top of. Looks like we have the Infiltrator Sergeant with a Marksman Bolt Carbine. And in comes the Suppressor with Accelerator Autocannons. Right there. Ooh, this is going to be a bloodbath. So there's just 5 models on the side of the Space Marines. And the infiltrator sergeant and the infiltrator are able to set up outside of their deployment zone. Honestly, I'm not 100% up to date on how they're able to do that. But I do have the Elites book right here. Feel free to talk about it in the chat. Concealed positions. Anywhere on the battlefield more than 9 inches from any enemy deployment zone. So yes, those 2 infiltrators are using concealed positions. So it looks like the Eldar Star Cannon has been deployed. Howling Banshee is having a little trouble standing on its base. I see some fusion guns going down for the Asuryani. And that Eldar model with the bright red plume on top of their head underneath that arrow is the Howling Banshee Exarch, I assume. Yes. Howling Banshee Zealot Specialist Exarch. We have the Dire Avenger Exarch Veteran. We'll be making that veteran move at the beginning of the game. Michael just went for a quick bathroom break after both players deployed. So I'll just go over the teams again real quick. For the Asuryani, we have a Dire Avenger Exarch Veteran Specialist. We have a Howling Banshee Exarch Zealot Specialist. We have a Dire Avenger Comm Specialist. 2 Storm Guardian Gunners with fusion guns. A Guardian Defender Leader with Shrieking Catapult. 4 Storm Guardians with Chainswords and Shrieking Pistols. Players are just talking about where they're from real quick, doing some camaraderie building. Sacramento as well? Woo, another Sacramento player. Deja vu from LBO, actually. So the blue dice are going to be the Space Marines dice, and the red dice will be the Eldar. Conveniently, their models are colored that way. Oh, no, never mind. The Space Marine name is blue. Maybe we'll just call him the Shadow Spear team. So we have a veteran move being made. And that was the Dire Avenger Exarch Good, he's got a flag on his back, so he's easy to keep track of. Darvin's Exarch just did his better move up the left side of the map.
Sorry, what's the question?
The stealth special, the base level 1 ability.
Oh, it's a normal move.
Yeah, move and count is ready.
Sorry?
Move and count is ready.
No, it's just a normal move.
Or count as ready.
Oh,
You
no,
can
sorry,
move, yeah. If you use that tactic, it's just a more normal move. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Their all the time ability is you can move and start as ready.
Power that you don't pay anything for. It's something about shooting.
Yeah, I have it right here. We're just double checking the stealth specialism. Yeah, we were just double checking the ruling on that commander stealth specialism that the infiltrators have. Or sorry, that his one infiltrator is a stealth specialist. And they're all sort of their ability that's active all the time, their level 1 ability is called Steady Aim. And it says this model always counts as readied in the shooting phase, provided that it remains stationary or made a normal move of no more than half of its move characteristic in the movement phase of this battle round. And it has a stealth tactic, which basically is similar to the veteran adaptive tactics move, except it's just a normal move. You cannot advance. So the Space Marine player won the initiative, and he is just going to ready all 5 of his models. And daring Michael Zeldar to come at him. He was able to get 1 model on Objective 5, while also having models on both of his backfield objectives. And the Howling Banshee, no reactions allowed, and it makes, I believe it makes a charge. Let's get a quick side view while he's measuring. So the Howling Banshee Exarch. Charge that infiltrator on Objective 5. No Overwatch allowed, unfortunately. Star Cannon is readying the weapons platform. Hey, thanks for the lemon, Toki. Right, sub action. He has chosen the Blood Angels sub-faction for his entire roster. And it's Beltan again for the Asuryani. And he is Blood Angels sub-faction. Hence the red armor coloring for the Space Marines. We have an advance from Storm Guardian, moving up towards the center of the map. He's stating that his intent is that he wants to make sure that every little bit of him is out of line of sight from any Space Marine models. He's not putting tokens by them because whether they advance or move, it doesn't make a real difference for these Eldar with assault weapons. We have another advance happening. A 13-inch advance. That was a Guardian Defender, I believe. Storm Guardian Gunner with fusion gun. Another advance happening. That was a Storm Guardian that advanced ahead of the fusion gun at the top of the map. We have a couple of readied Dire Avengers, comm specialists at the back. Another advancing Storm Guardian along the bottom. I believe this is the last Storm Guardian. Oh, the veteran specialist, Dire Avenger Exarch. Make sure to get that case at the end of Exarch. He's going all the way across the map towards Objective 3 with an advanced move. Just staying outside 1 inch of that suppressor and eliminator were readied. Daring him to try and remove him from that objective. I'm really curious to see how this shooting phase goes. We do have the shooting phase. We have an eliminator. He's using a tactic for take aim, the sniper tactic, +1 to hit, and he's shooting all the way across the map. Oh, and he is completely out of line of sight. Was a incorrect line of sight call. So he's still trying to decide who he wants to target with his eliminator. So he is going to shoot at the Star Cannon. Single shot, hitting on threes. And that's a hit. Wounding on threes, and that's a wound. AP -2. This is the Eliminator long-range shot at the Star Cannon. He does not make. He needed a 5-up. He had a 5-up armor save. He's tempted to re-roll. He's talking about possibly re-rolling that armor save because that Star Cannon is going to be in trouble if he fails it. D3 damage on that gun. So he rolled a 3 for the number of D3 wounds, two dice on the injury roll, and it's just a flesh wound. On 2 dice, he rolled a 1 and a 3.
He's gonna shoot back.
Now readied models shooting back. It looks like he's going to see what the...
I can see the tip of the suppressor's gun, I think, for sure.
He's going to target the suppressor because the tip of his gun is sticking out. Not an arena thing. This is a non-arena targeting mechanic. So he's going to target. It's going to be -3 to hit due to being obscured, long range. +1 from comm specialist. Hitting on 5s. 1-5 on the suppressor. 3 up to wound. That's the wound. 6 up armor save. Does not make it. Also D3 damage. And that is 3 damage from the Star Cannon. Uh-oh. Oh, and that is just a flesh wound due to the -1 from being obscured. They're flesh wounding each other back and forth, the suppressor and the Star Cannon. Now, oh, and he tactical re-rolled that injury roll, and he got the suppressor out of action. Ouch. Star Cannon.
Well, I tried. Certainly with him. It's something I wanted to have.
Checking line of sight from his other readied eliminator. So the 2 fusion guns are just below objective 6 and above objective 5. So the eliminator is targeting the veteran Dire Avenger Exarch. D3 attacks. That is 1, unfortunately. Strength 4. Wounding on 3s. Does not wound. Low model counts are definitely at the mercy of the dice rolls sometimes. Dire Avenger, who is also readied, seeing what he can target. He does have line of sight. Long range obscured. At the Infiltrator Sergeant, I believe. Makes his armor save. But that Star Cannon kill. Ouch. So we have the Infiltrator Sergeant. 2 auto wounds. No 5-up saves. And that is just the flesh wound. On the Storm Guardian. No more shooting from the Space Marines. So we've got a fusion gun hitting on 4s at the Infiltrator Sergeant. Hits on 4s. Wounds on 2s. AP -4. No save. D6 damage. 2 damage. And that is just a flesh wound. Whew, he dodged that bullet from that close range hit and wound from the fusion gun. And the Dire Avenger just took a couple of shots and failed to wound. Sorry, the Dire Avenger Exarch. Trying to see who still is left to shoot for the Eldars. Normal shot from the Storm Guardian in the middle. Definitely obscured, long range. Misses. 2 Eldar at the top of the screen, the only ones left to shoot. Fusion gun and Shuriken catapult. Checking to see the eliminators within 12 and line of sight. They're both players are leaning down, double checking line of sight, and you can see the barrel of the eliminator's gun. And he misses. Shrieking catapult into the same guy. Hits on a 6. Wounds on a 5. 3-up save, and that's an armor save. I guess the Dire Avenger Exarch hasn't shot yet. So he's actually going to shoot the flesh-wounded Infiltrator Sergeant, who is his leader. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. 1 hit. And that's a wound. AP -3. No save. 1 damage. And just needed a 3 to get it out of action, and he just got a 2, so that is another flesh wound. But he has 2 guns. Gets a wound. No armor save again. And he is out of action. Those blue dice are not being nice to the Space Marine player. Ouch. Onto the fight phase. Oops. The Howling Banshee on the Infiltrator. 2 wounds, AP -3. 3 wounds. D3 damage. 3 damage. Oh boy. And he is also out of action. Yikes. This went downhill in a hurry for the Space Marine player. Does have to take a break test, and he passes it. Space Marine player. Time to figure out what that score is. It's going to be a rough one. So it looks like he has Scout the Field, Domination. No one gets the bonus objective.
Michael. What's the score? Michael, you got Domination, Scout the Field, and
Engage on all fronts was the third secondary objective for the Eldar. This is the initiative phase, battle round 2. Eldar have won the initiative, and it looks like we have another charge with no Overwatch from the Howling Banshee onto the Eliminator. Slicing and dicing. Hey Pyramid, this is round 2. They've just played one game so far. So Michael's Eldar have won the initiative, and he charged that Eliminator with his Howling Banshee in the top left-hand corner. He's moving up the Star Cannon. Making sure he stays within 3 inches of it, another Eldar model. Taking his flesh wound with him. Yeah, those are some rough injury rolls. An advanced roll from the Storm Guardian. Or sorry, that's the fusion gun wielding Storm Guardian gunner with Flesh Ruin, moving up to objective 3. Potentially an incoming tabling, unfortunately. So that bloodbath of the turn 1. Really came down to those injury rolls. If you look at the flesh wounds on the Eldar, those had been out of actions. This would be a very different game. Advancing the Dire Avenger at the top, and the fusion gun, Storm Guardian. Trying to position him so he can see the Eliminator Only got 2 eliminators left for the Space Marines, for the Blood Angels. Dire Avenger moved up to Objective 5. Onto the shooting phase.
One hit. Rank 4. Got it. That would have been just
Who was shooting what there?
Oh, that was an Overwatch. The Eliminator did charge. That Dire Avenger veteran. Oh, sorry, he charged the fusion gun, Storm Guardian. But he threw a plasma grenade in Overwatch and didn't do anything.
I used Saber protocols. It died on my mortal wound, so if I took it out of action, he would have taken it out of action. So I could
Just had a question about Savior protocols. No more shooting, so we're on to the fight phase.
Are you in the fight? You're in the fight phase now?
You're in the fight phase.
Cool. Incoming phase.
Decisive striking against the Howling Banshee Exarch.
The Eliminator is using Decisive Strike on the Howling Banshee Exarch. Gets 1 hit. Wounds on 2s. No AP. Gets the armor save. It was a good try. Howling Banshee Exarch hitting back 3 hits. Zealot that charged. 2 wounds. AP -3, no save. D3 damage, 2 damage. And that is an out of action. Howling Banshee has now collected 2 Space Marine heads. 2 Primaris heads, no less. Blood Angel fighting back at the bottom as he charged the fusion gun. And already has a flesh wound, rolled a 3 damage roll, and gets another flesh wound. That is the first Eldar model to be taken out of action this game. Trying to decide if he wants to consolidate after that. So he's going to consolidate to within 1 inch. And he knows that the Eldar player can fall back. Attempting to contest that objective, which is his last model alive. Storm Guardian, now we're moving into the morale phase.
What's the score now? Sorry.
Score is 13-1.
Got it.
Great test.
Score is 13-1 going into battle round 3.
What are we looking at? Sorry? Right?
Suppressor just had to take a nerve test due to being broken. Or sorry, the Eliminator. Eldar have won the initiative, and he's going to fall back from that Eliminator. And unfortunately, he cannot charge again. Everyone is going to converge on that last surviving Space Marine. Sometimes games can be one-sided when those injury rolls go a certain way. Lots of advances happening from the Eldar. Asuryani. A couple of readied models on objective 5 and 6. So he's readying for it looks like the Eliminator is going to ready, but the Elder player Michael has the initiative, so he gets to shoot with his first readied model. Two hits, one wound. Makes the armor save. Second gun, this is the Dire Avenger Exarch. Shooting his two guns at the Eliminator. Now it is the Eliminator's turn. What can he do? To try and come up with some points.
So we're going to shotgun. So you use it heavy? So minus one. Oh, I'm sorry.
So he is shooting his bolt sniper rifle.
Who are you shooting at?
He's shooting at the leader. The Eldar leader at the back edge. He wounded. -2 AP. No save. D3 damage. 1 damage. And no cover, so he is out of action. In battle round 3. Ooh, called shot, death from afar.
No, the leader doesn't count.
Death from afar and called shot was just acquired from that Eliminator as that last-ditch effort snipes the Eldar leader. Despite all the odds. And the Eliminator has been eliminated by the fusion gun. So I'm just going to talk to the players about how this will work when one player gets tabled. That was quite the opposite of the previous game. Did not take very long at all. But it will give us time to set up the next round, which will be back in the arena. That was a unfortunate tabling by the Eldar. It was quite the shooting battle at first. They were exchanging flesh wounds, and then the injury rolls just were not in favor of the Space Marines today. Yeah, Michael was just saying the Howling Banshee, even if he took out all the rest of the Eldar models, the Howling Banshee is just a huge threat with no Overwatch and being able to just fly across the table and charge whoever they please. Maybe saying quite a lot of Eldar today. I think Bjornid called that, actually, from what I remember. It was a prediction.